Hello, dear students. Now let us understand about the function of forfeiting. Again, it is a concept which comes under finance. There are different parties involved in this forfeiting process. You know, when uh, a buyer he is in need of fund, he uses this process, okay, and he can achieve the the aim that what is the goods that he need to get from the seller, and that can be done using this entire forfeiting process, and we'll discuss this now. So first, see the first point. Before that, just understand the parties. See, there is a party called as exporter, importer, and bank. Next one is primary forfeiter. Okay, so this is the basic transaction. So one by one we'll discuss. First one is forfeiter and exporter agreed upon a forfeiting agreement first. Okay, so basic thing, this has to be happen. Okay, first process agreement, and second is what? Sales contract between seller and buyer, that is exporter and importer. Okay, so anyhow some goods are going to be traded between this buyer and seller, and since cash is involved here, and that for that this forfeiter he supports for this by parties, different parties. Okay, and shipment is also done from importer to the exporter. And next, see the fourth point, bank it issues guarantee. See, on behalf of this exporter, okay, some on behalf of this importer, bank it should give some guaranteed proof, evidence. Okay, and next, see the fifth point, importer sends documents to exporter. So whatever document that banks he receives from bank, okay, he submits that document to the exporter, so that exporter may have that hope. Okay, and next is exporter he gives the documents to the forfeiter. So after getting the documents from the importer, and what he'll do now is he'll just simply gives that proof, that evidence document to the forfeiter. Okay, and next is after this forfeiter he pays the cash to the export. See, this cash related dealings for this forfeiter, it supports a lot. So after getting that evidence document, he simply pays the cash. Okay, and after this, see the next point, forfeiter he presents the document to bank at maturity. So after that maturity period, probably it might be after 30 days or 60 days or 90 days, probably after that period. Okay, so after giving the documents, submits the document, forfeiter he submits the document to the bank. And what this bank again do? Importer pays bank at maturity. Obviously, to the bank, importer has to pay the document after pay the cash. After paying the cash, again, see the last point, bank pays to forfeiter at maturity. So that cash now bank is responsible to this forfeiter. Okay, so this is not only happening between exporter and importer. Okay, since bank is also involved, bank is on behalf of importer, bank is supporting. On behalf of exporter, forfeiter, he provides cash. Anyhow, he gets the document. Okay, a bank, forfeiter gets the payment from the bank. Okay, so bank, forfeiter, so many parties are involved in this particular transaction. So next one is, so this is the entire, again, the proper meaning of this forfeiting process. So it is a financial agreement. Probably most of the cases it is what used in international trade. Okay, so exporters probably they sell their products, goods, okay, to long-term receivables to this forfeiter. Okay, and with the help of the forfeiter, he will be selling the goods to the importer. Okay, and this forfeiter, basically it is a financial institution, provides instant payment, immediate cash payment to the exporter to avoid the risk or non-payment. Okay, so to avoid those kind of issues, consequences, so this forfeiter, he supports a lot to the exporter. Okay, so this is the actual concept function of the forfeiting process, and it is most of the cases it is used in a finance market, particularly in international trade. Hope you all understand the concept. Thank you.